All right, so we're going to start with today's crocodile breathing. So we're going to lay down. Rest your forehead on the back of your hands as we do our deep breathing through our diaphragm. Try to breathe in through your nose for 5 seconds. Try to breathe out through your mouth. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crocodile breathe. Try to think about your stomach expanding to the floor as you're breathing in. Big, giant, deep breaths. And then a big, long breath out. And then follow that in again with a big breath in. Feel that diaphragm expand when you're breathing
3,
in.
2, 1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and stay in this position here as we rest. We're going to take your arms now, and we're going to go basically into a lying jumping jack. It's called
3,
a Blackburn. So you bring
2,
your hands together at the top.
1.
Then you're trying to bring
Exercise
your
2.
hands so you can get to the base of your lower back if you have mobility through your shoulders. Otherwise, just bring your hands together above your head. Try not to lift your head too high up. Just keep eyes to the floor. As you just move your arms, trying to not touch the ground. Just bring your arms back and forth. Feel those shoulders just opening up this morning.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good. Next up, we're going to do what's called tactical frog. So tactical frog is sitting back on all fours, knees a little bit wider than your hips. Then you're going to sit back into your heels.
1.
As you go
Exercise
forward, you're going
3.
to go into cobra pose. So think going back into child pose, forward into cobra pose. Make sure when you guys are rocking back, try to sit back on those heels when you're coming forward, chest out, hips find their way to the floor. Rocking back and forth. Opening those hips up this morning.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good, go ahead and rest. Now you're going to be on all fours. You're going to take one leg, put it out to the side, and then put your foot, I want you to set
3,
it flat.
2,
And then you're going to sit
1.
back, stay in that
Exercise
sit back
4.
position, and then you're going to rotate with the same arm of the leg that's out. Eyes are going to follow your hand as you open up. You do want to feel that nice stretch to the groin, the abductors. So try to think about putting that foot into the ground of the one that's out there that's straight to the side. Try to get all the way opened up, bring the arm down back underneath the body. During that rotation, remember we're not pulsing, just holding it.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right, go ahead and switch your legs. And think about
3,
putting that foot flat.
2.
And then work on
1.
that rotation.
Exercise 5.
Then we're trying to open up that thoracic spine as well. By feeling that stretch, not put that foot out farther. Stay in that seated back position. Only a few more seconds.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right, go ahead and stand up. We're going to be practicing hand walks. So you're going to think about feet shoulder width apart. You're going to go down to
3,
a toe touch, walk your hands out to the
1.
push-up position,
Exercise 6.
engage the core, and then walk it back in. If you want to add a push-up to that pattern and you can do a perfect push-up, you can go ahead and add it. Otherwise, just walk your hands back in and out. Just make sure we're not standing up so that we can get a few more reps in during the warm-up. Try to think about getting a nice, good length of the hamstrings as well when you guys are walking your hands back in. Feel like you're in that folded
3,
position where you're
2,
folded in half.
1. Rest.
Good, go ahead and rest. Next up, we're going to do butt kicks. So for butt kicks, we're just trying to get our heels to our butts as we
3,
run, or
2,
you can do a little bit slower,
1.
a little more under
Exercise
control,
7.
even marches as well. So moving those arms, think about running, but instead of running, getting those legs up, we're actually going heels to the butts. Stretch and stretch and stretch. Remember, arms and legs move together. Don't forget to move those arms.
Three, 2, 1. Rest.
All right, go ahead and rest. Next up, we're going to do what's called a linear hop. A linear hop is 2 feet together. We're jumping forward and backwards, or we're going to substitute that 2-step shuffle We're moving those feet forward and back. Go ahead and begin. Two-step shuffle, same thing, moving those arms. Linear hops, you got that imaginary hurdle that you guys are jumping forward and backwards over. Trying to get nice and warm here. About 10 more seconds of the hops. More that two-step shuffle.
3, 2, 1. Your timer is complete.
All right, go ahead and grab your water bottle. Make sure your heart rate monitors are on. If you forgot, I will describe the workout and then I'll have Trevor demo it for you guys. Today, our workout before the finisher is only 3 movements. You're going to work for 30 seconds on each pattern. You get 15 seconds rest. You're going to go for 5 rounds. So that's going to take 11 minutes, and then we'll have time for our finisher. The first exercise that we're going to show you guys is the hand walkout. So we did this in the warm-up. Okay, so we're going to think about nice, good stretch in the hamstrings, reach for the ground, walk it out under control to the push-up position, try not to move those hips. And then if you want to add a push-up, you just add that push-up like we did in the warm-up. Okay, make sure you can do, if you can do a perfect push-up, you can add the push-up, but only if you can go all the way down to the ground and back up. If you can't do a good push-up, we don't want to see those. Okay, try not to stand up, then go right back out into that hand walk. Okay, so really control those hips, trying to not waddle them side to side during that pattern. Okay, so that's the hand walk. That's exercise number 1. Exercise number 2, you want to make sure for this one that if you're going to be doing the lateral squat version, that you get those feet out wider than you probably would think. So you're going to go nice and wide in that stance. We'll show you the body weight version first. So we're going to sit back and down towards the 1 foot, and then we're going to stand up tall again, and then sit back and down to that same foot. The goal here is to push that butt back to line those hips, knee, and foot up as you sit back and down. So you notice how he's sitting to one side, but that foot stays screwed into the floor. He's not lifting that heel up off the ground as he goes into his squat pattern. So you can always do that, and then you can go from side to side is another option, but we're not actually lifting our feet. We're keeping those feet screwed to the floor as in we sit from one leg to the other. You can do this weighted. The way you would just hold the weight is just like at your chest in the goblet style, or if you have a medicine ball, give it a nice big hug, squeezing those shoulder blades back and together. The goal here is to keep that nice tall chest during that squat pattern. Okay, if we're not doing lateral squats, the substitute for that today is going to be wall sits then for the 30 seconds. To find a spot a wall, sit to it. Try to make sure you're getting 90-90 between those knees and those hips. If you don't have a wall nearby, you have to go pretty far to get to a wall. You can always just substitute that with a couch sit. And then last but not least is our reverse crunch. So reverse crunch, you land on your backs, hands planted into the floor out by your side. With your legs all the way out, you're going to bring your legs in then, lifting them up, making sure you get your tailbone and lower back up off the ground, then extending the legs again, not letting them rest on the floor. You can always make that a little bit easier by bending at the knees and then bringing them in more of a knee tuck as you come in from there. And then we always substitute a nice, good reverse crunch into a dead bug. For those of you guys that need those, remember, dead bug's a great substitute for reverse crunches where arms and legs are in, arms and legs are out, or you can go opposite leg, opposite arm. Okay, so those are the 3 movements. We have hand walkouts, lateral squats, or wall sit, and the reverse crunch. 5 rounds, 30-15. Go ahead and turn your music on. Otherwise, I can do that for the next 11 minutes. We're going to go ahead and get started with the hand walkouts. So make sure your camera's turned at an angle that we can see those hand walkouts. We'll probably be able to see everything from there. So once everyone's standing in position, I'll know that we're ready to go. I'm going to start with the hand walkouts in 5 seconds. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. Go. Hand walkouts. 30 seconds of them. Remember, if you're adding the push-ups, because you can do a perfect push-up with those hands underneath your armpits. It's an under-controlled pattern. You walk it out, walk it in. This one's different than the inchworm because you don't move your feet today. You just move your hands.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right, go ahead and rest. You have 15 seconds to get ready for the lateral squat or the wall sit. So if you're doing a lateral squat, go wide with those feet. Pretty wide, way wider than your shoulders. You don't want to be shoulder width.
3,
Wider
2,
than that, probably even, Andy.
1. Exercise
And begin.
2.
Sit back and down. If you're having troubles getting depth, it's probably too tight in your squat stance. Sitting back and down. Try to think when you sit, you're trying to line those hips, knees, and feet up. Push that butt back and down, and sit to it. Sit back.
3, 2, 1.
Good.
Rest.
Go ahead and rest. Next up, we're going to be doing reverse crunches or our dead bugs. So the rounds are going to move fast, and it's not going to be overtaxing for the workout. Should feel like a pretty good extended warm-up today.
3, 2, 1.
Go ahead and
Exercise
begin.
3.
Reverse crunch or the dead bug. And for reverse crunch, you can also help yourselves out by just clamping those feet, clamping those knees together, creating that vice grip, lifting up. Make sure you're keeping that belly button straight to the ground, keeping that core nice and tight. A few more seconds.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
And rest. What's one round down? We're back into our hand walkouts. So I'd think, lock those feet in just about a little bit
3,
wider than shoulder width.
2, 1.
Nice, good relaxing toe
Exercise
touch.
1.
Walk out to the tall plank. Then begin. And then make sure you're walking it back out. If you need a break, the break just comes from you standing up. So you would just stand up. Otherwise, you stay in that bent over position, walk it out, walk it in. Keep that core tight so the hips don't fall when you walk your hands out. So think about setting that core for about that
3,
half second.
2, 1. Rest.
Good, go ahead and rest. The lateral squat time. So for those lateral squats, really screw those feet into the floor, get that nice wide base. Sit back and down. So notice how Trevor's
3,
hips travel with him
2,
as he sits to the
1.
right or to the
Exercise
left. Let's
2.
go ahead and begin. Looking to get as deep as you can. Trying to get good depth so we can make sure we can engage those hamstrings, those glutes. A little bit different pattern and start to move in that lateral plane. He's got 10 more seconds.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and rest. Good job keeping all those chests tall. Everyone stayed pretty tall in that squat pattern. That's good. 10 seconds until reverse crunches or dead bugs.
3.
And for this one, really keep
2,
that belly button to the ground.
Exercise
And begin.
3.
Whatever pattern you choose, just remember you're under control. You're lifting those legs in for those reverse crunches, controlling how far out they go.
Three, 2, 1. Rest.
And rest. Another round down. Back to hand walkouts. Only 3 rounds to go. Nice thing is you don't have to count right now. Just have to worry about the timer.
3, 2, 1.
And
Exercise
begin.
1.
Hand walkouts. Remember, you may have started doing push-ups, but if you start to burn out and the form goes, immediately stop doing push-ups. Once our form is shot, we won't do any more push-ups. And walkouts are challenging enough pattern.
3, 2, 1.
Good.
Rest.
Go ahead and rest. It's lateral squats up next. So if you're grabbing that weight, you're going to challenge your squat weight a little bit. Remember, try to hold at the chest, pulling those shoulder blades back in together.
3, 2, 1.
And begin.
Exercise 2.
Keep a nice tall chest when you squat back and down. Remember, if you're sitting to that same leg, just get that ingrained in pattern. It's a little bit harder to squat from side to side. You can burn out a muscle group here by squatting to that same leg. Make sure we're getting that good depth every time.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good, go ahead and rest. It's reverse crunches up next, or the dead bug. Yeah, a few seconds so we get
3,
started.
2, 1.
And
Exercise
begin.
3.
Remember on those dead bugs, try to keep everything engaged from that position from when everything's in to when everything's out. Keep that rib cage down. Yeah, a few more seconds.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good, go ahead and rest. Back up to hand walkouts. Remember, if you guys need a drink of water, you have to take them during those 15-second rest times.
3, 2, 1.
Go ahead
Exercise
and
1.
begin. Remember, it's just nice, easy, under control. The way you take a break during a hand walkout is just stand up. To open up those hamstrings, walk your hands in as far as you can to that. You basically are folded in half. Walk it out until you're in the tall plank where the core is engaged.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good, go ahead and rest. Next up is a lateral squat. You may have noticed that you had to go a little bit wider with your base every round just so that you could start to get more depth in
3,
that squat pattern.
2, 1. Exercise
And begin.
2.
Notice that the depth seems to be increasing a little bit every round. You guys are getting the hang of it. Just think about sitting from, a lot of us are sitting from side to side, so every time you sit, try to sit to that heel. We don't want to sit to our toes.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
And rest. All of it looks like you're trying to take a swig every time you get to the bottom of that squat pattern. All right, next up is reverse crunches. Reverse crunches are dead bugs.
3, 2, 1. Exercise
And begin.
3.
So think core tight, belly button to the ground. You can take those hands and you can push them into the floor for those of you doing reverse crunches. Helps give a little bit of stability when you press your hands, your palms especially, into the ground.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good, go ahead and rest. We're back into our final round now. So starting again with the hand walkouts. But this is it for the workout part.
3,
Hand walkouts,
2,
feet a little bit wider and shoulder
1.
width, lock them in.
Exercise 1.
And begin. Let's not move those hips from side to side. Shouldn't be too tired. Should feel like the body's really nice and warm now, though. You guys have been building that endurance up. Your fitness has been improving over the last couple of weeks with these workouts 5 days a week. Ready to challenge you with the
3,
finisher.
2, 1. Rest.
And rest. But before we can get there, we have another set of lateral squats. So lock those feet in place. Get that nice wide stance.
3, 2, 1.
Line the
Exercise
foot.
2.
Go and begin. Line up your foot. Line up your knee. And get that hip over there. So they all three are lined up, pointing right at those cameras. You guys are doing great. Only 10 more seconds of those squats.
3, 2, 1.
And rest. One more exercise to go. We have reverse crunches or dead bugs. And that is it for the workout portion. Please don't go anywhere as we do have a finisher.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 3.
And begin. Last 30 seconds. Here we go. That's it. Bracing with that core. Only got a few more seconds.
3, 2, 1. Your timer is complete.
All right. That's the workout portion. Go ahead and grab a drink. If you need to turn down your music just a little bit, as we're going to be doing a little bit more demonstration, you can do so. I'm going to talk about what we're going to be doing, then I'll have Trevor demo it for you guys real quick. So today for your finisher, it is a rep-based finisher, meaning you do have to count. But you don't have to count very high. So what we're going to be starting with today is we're going to do an ascending workout. So it means you're going to start with 1 and you're going to work your way all the way to 10. So what the exercise is burpees. So you're going to do 1 burpee, and then you're going to do 5 body weight squats. We're not going to add any weight, just 5 body weight squats. Then we're going to do 2 burpees, then you're going to do 5 body weight squats, then you're going to do 3 burpees, 5 body weight squats, 4 burpees, 5 body weight squats. As you're catching the trend there, you notice that the burpees increase every round all the way to 10 while only doing 5 squats in between every round. So the squats always stay at 5. Okay, and then the burpees are obviously going to increase. So we have different types of burpees. If you have anything in your house for an incline, you can do that as well. But we have the full burpee, which is all the way down to the ground, making sure you guys are doing the push-up, always snapping those hips in. We have the plank burpee, where we're going to be going down onto the push-up position, but not going down to our push-up. Then we do have the incline with a bench, couch, even a chair that's sturdy, whatever it is that you would not want it to move. Once you put your hands on it and go jump back and out, just make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders, okay? So it's 1 burpee and then 5 body weight squats. And then for that one, if you can't do the squats, you can always do glute bridges in place, okay? So we're trying to get through this as quick as possible. You have 8 minutes until 6:30. I think last week it took everyone only about 2 minutes. So what we're going to be doing is just counting out our reps as you go. The first 5 rounds aren't going to be too much, but get ready for that wall, about that 7 rep range, okay? So just going to have to plow right through it. 1 burpee, you're going to end in 5 squats. If you're done after a burpee, you forgot your 5 squats. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. 1 burpee. Then you go in 5 body weight squats. Then you're going to go hit 2 burpees. And you're going to go back into those 5 body weight squats. So now you're up to 2 burpees, 5 squats. Then you're up to 3 burpees and 5 squats. The key is to remember to always do 5 squats, not to do the amount of squats as the amount of burpees. So the burpee number keeps climbing by 1. But it stops once you reach 10. You don't have to keep going. Widen your stance just a little bit lacy for your squats so you can get a little more depth. There are 5 body weight squats. Back up to your burpees. Once you're in that round of 4, then you're going to hit 5 burpees, 5 squats. Always stand tall. Chest out, shoulders back. Snap those hips through. The goal is just to plow right through that wall when things start to get challenging. I hope you chose a good song to get you through these next 6 minutes. Number 5, body weight squats is your in-between exercise. It's like your rest exercise in between the burpees. So you're not just doing burpees the whole time. And the numbers are climbing. It's what you guys always wanted. You guys don't like those when the numbers start high and they work their way low, huh? We always wanted it this way. You guys are doing great. We got 5 minutes left still. A lot of time. Remember, 6 burpees then, 5 squats. Make sure snapping those hips through. Doing those plank or incline, especially make sure those hands are underneath those shoulders. Pushing into whatever it is you're using for that incline. Pushing it down. Is that working well, Laura? Just working that pace, working that pace. We can rest when we're done, right? We'll rest when we're done. Got all day to rest. You might be busy working, but you won't be busy doing burpees. We got 7 or 8 burpees most of us are on, and 5 squats. That's where I made the mistake last week. I got up to like 7 or 8 burpees, and I kept doing 7 or 8 squats with my burpees afterwards. Always just 5 squats after those burpees. No, the goal is to get to 10 burpees, 5 squats, and then you'd be done. Make sure we're working on good squat depth. Getting all the way down there. We know we want to run through those squats as quick as we can. Make sure we're getting the good squats. You guys have good. There's good news. You guys are making this finisher look easy. You got 3 minutes left still. 3 minutes. Most of us are on those final 2. See a lot of people on the 9s and the 10s. We're almost there. And when you're done with the burpee challenge, you do not have to do anything else. We are done for the day. So think about where you're sitting back to in your squats. You're sitting to your heels or you're sitting to your toes. After that, round of 9. And it's around the last round, round of 10. I think you've broken up yet. A round of 9 is only 3 sets of 3 burpees. Good job, Jamie. All done. 2 minutes to spare. Yeah, 10 burpees, just 2 sets of 5. Break it up like that doesn't sound too bad. Still have 2 minutes left, everyone. 2 minutes. Good job, Miss Cindy. This is one of those finishers you always look forward to doing. Good job, Karen. High five. Good job, Trevor. I think Trevor is done. Camera is moving. Good job, Miss Andy. At least they weren't lunges, right? Good work. See you guys if you're leaving. Have a great day. We have 1 more minute still until the 6:30 mark. Trying to get those last few reps in. Bye, Jamie. Have a wonderful day. Almost there. Think about it. Those last few reps. So the money is made right there. Those last 10 burpees and those 5 squats. Excellent, Derek. Good job. Really like that finisher. The ones that challenge us always make us better. Good job, Laura. Have a good day. Still got time before that 6:30. Just became 6:30. If you want you guys to stay, I'll stay with you. Last and final set. Here we go. Have a good day. Bye. Here we go, you two. Here we go. Got the 10 burpees, 5 squats. Finishing up. Have a wonderful day, Derek. Good job, Lacey.
Have a good day.
You too. Thank you. Good job, Oliver. Way to finish strong right here. Hasn't even clicked over to 631 yet. 5 squats, you done. All right. I think that is everybody finished up. Good job.
Great job, guys.